let's get into the third fat loss tool. This is one of the most important thing. Of course, we have put all together, all very important fat loss tools together to achieve that effective fat loss. So what happens is you're eating good, you're working out good, and you're fasting good, but if you are not sleeping properly, or if you are not sleeping in the right time, or waking up in the right time, then you're not going to lose fat. That is the most important thing, right? So circadian rhythm. What is a circadian rhythm? Circadian rhythm is the bio clock of our body, right? So every single creature has its own bio clock set. So say whether the birds wake up at before sunrise, that's their bio clock, and they get back to their nest before sunset. Birds and animals are the only creatures, I believe, other than some human beings, which are following the exact natural rule. That is why they never get fat, right? So we have to fix these patterns. This is the bio clock of fat loss which we are going to share, right? So bio clock is all about setting and fixing the patterns right. So body produces so many hormones for different purposes. Like it produces ghrelin, leptin, and insulin for the fat loss process and digestion processes and many more processes, right? And melatonin for sleep. So if we are sleeping in the night, before evening it starts producing melatonin so that we sleep properly, we get a nice deep sleep. And in the morning, before just after you waking up, after 1 hour, it starts producing in ghrelin, leptin and insulin, such kind of hormones to prepare our body to, and cortisol also, to prepare our body to uh, for the daily chores or workouts or physical activities or anything like that, right? So if the body is confused, if you confuse the body by sleeping in the eating window and eating in the sleeping window, then the body gets confused, and the hormones are they are all produced at the wrong times, and wrong things happen in the whole body. So we don't want that, right? We need all the right hormones producing at the right time and doing their job properly, and also keeping us fit and healthy. And the major fat loss happens only during the sleep. It doesn't happen during the day. It doesn't happen when you work out. It happens only when you sleep. This is the biggest fact of life. You need to understand that. So sleeping is very important. Let's see how we are going to fix the patterns. So the sleep pattern, sleep has to be 7 to 8 hours compulsory. 6 hours is also good, but 7 to 8 hours is a general guideline, and you have to sleep for 7 to 8 hours. And the timings have to be consistent. It has to be consistent. That means if you are sleeping at 10 p.m., you have to sleep at 10 p.m. every single day. Waking up at 6 a.m., so you have to wake up at 6 a.m. Depending on the timings. I'm just giving an example. So by 10 p.m., the lights should be off and you need to sleep, right? And the sleep has to be 3 hours after dinner. That is also one main key towards having a good deep sleep. Getting a good deep sleep means you have to be already been done with the digestion part. So once the digestion is done, the body can concentrate on other works like fat loss or something else. So we are talking about mainly fat loss. So if you want that effective fat loss, sleep only 3 hours after the dinner. That means if you are eating your dinner at 7 p.m., you will be sleeping at 10 p.m. 2 hours maximum. If you are anywhere and you couldn't do that, 2 hours maximum you have to give it. 3 hours is the general guideline again. And your room has to be comfortable, right? That means there should be no harsh lights or some kind of disco lights or something, or harsh lights or night lamps or nothing. You don't need anything. You just need a cozy room with a cozy good bed. The what do you call this, gadda, uh, and uh, and also I'm not getting the word for gadda, so if you understand that. Good bed and good pillow and a nice cozy room. The temperature should be very very comfortable. They should not be at all too cold or too hot, right? They should be comfortable. Room temperature means room temperature, that's it. But the room has to be very comfortable so that your sleep is induced very nicely, right? So for sleep, fixing sleep, 7 to 8 hours of sleep, consistent timings, same time wake up, same time sleep, and 10 p.m. lights off. 3 hours after the dinner, and the comfortable environment is a must. No harsh lights. So fixing the sleep pattern is done. Let's get to the eating pattern. So eating pattern means we have to eat between sunrise and sunset. I have already told you. And we to get a good sleep, you have to have light dinners. So all the heavy protein and everything, we are going to put the major heavy lunches, heavy foods in the lunch, and then the dinners are supposed to be very light, right? More fiber and less protein and fat. So more protein and more fiber and fat in the lunch, and more fiber and less protein in dinner, right? So that is how a dinner should be. And again, it's the same thing with eating pattern also. You have to be very consistent with that, and it has to be 3 hours before bedtime, as I've already told you in the sleep sleeping fixing the sleep pattern. And if you want that good sleep, or if you are having some troubles with the sleep, please do not worry, because this lifestyle is going to set your sleep also right, because we are working with all the 5 elements, the Panchasutras. We call these Panchasutras. And the intermittent fasting, the mindset, the circadian rhythm, the food, the macros, and the water, hydration, everything. These are the 5 elements which we are going to work with to achieve that healthy, natural, effective, and sustainable fat loss. So this is going to certainly help in your sleep. If you are taking pills to sleep, then this is also going to change that eventually, right? And so to sleep well, you can also start meditating before you sleep. That also helps you get a good night's sleep. The deep sleep is what matters, right? So this is the sleep eating pattern to get the right sleep and set the bio clocks and the circadian rhythm right. So these are the 3 fat loss tools. Now can you shift to me? So these are the 3 fat loss tools which we discussed today, and tomorrow we are going to discuss about the macros, the physical things which we are going to put into our body. These are the habits which we discussed today. Tomorrow we are going to discuss about the food. I'll just give you a hint what we are going to. These are the things which we are going to discuss tomorrow and for day 2. So we are going to discuss superfoods for fat loss. We are going to discuss hydration. We are also going to discuss workouts. This is a bonus, and there is an exclusive bonus of 30,000 free, which I'm going to give you at the end of the course, right? And also today I'm also sharing some links for the affirmations video, and you can download the PDF of affirmations and put it print out and stick it on a wall or fridge or wherever you can see frequently, and do them every single day, read them every single day, affirm them every single day. And we are also sharing the list of foods, and I'm also going to share a great fat loss tool, one more tool, where you can check your BMI, calorie intake, and water intake. And be prepared for tomorrow with this. Calculate and get a screenshot of this, and put it in the comment section, so that we understand more. And if we think something needs to be changed, we'll also communicate in the chat itself, in the comments below, right? So this concludes our day 1, and let's start with our day 2, right? Okay, bye, see you, good night, and see you tomorrow 7 p.m.